Hello everyone, welcome back to Armchair Armory with me, Deepai. Now, first of all, I just want to apologise for the lateness of this. I said Friday for this preview, but personal reasons. I won't go into any more of that. Then again, there's only 9 of you. So yeah, Leicester. Well, before I talk about Leicester, let's talk about the draw of the Europa League. We've got Olympiacos again. Yeah, it's going to be an interesting tie, to say the least. Yeah, I think it's a winnable tie, and I think we were our own worst enemy in the last season's tie against them. They went through on a technicality. They weren't the better side, I'd say. But yeah, like, they're no mugs. Like, they're Champions League pedigree. As much as people may mock the Greek league, because really and truthfully there's only 4 teams in the Greek league that have any chance of reaching the Champions League, and most of the time, in my memory anyway, there's only 2 Greek teams that are considered to be like the top of the cream of the crop, so to speak. Oh yeah, cream of the crop. But yeah, bit of a Macho Man impression there. Yeah, so it should be winnable, but yeah, they're not a team to take lightly. They can punish you. You know, they haven't been in the Champions League for as long as they have been. I mean, I remember when I was a kid, them and Panathinaikos were the team that were always, the 2 Greek teams that were always in the Champions League. So there's no, you know, there's no room for complacency. I'm just happy we didn't get Spurs or Man United, to be honest. Man United got a really difficult one, though. They got AC Milan. And they have to go to the San Siro second, which is going to be difficult. But I think, to be honest, AC Milan ain't the team they used to be. They're not the team that they were, you know, 6, 7, 8 years ago. Maybe even more than that, you know. They're pretty much now the Europa League team of Italy. So yeah, we shall see what happens. And I think Tottenham got Dynamo Zagreb, which I think they'll come through. They, you know, they're jammy bastards. They'll always get through. But if we get through Olympiacos, I have a really sneaking suspicion that we're going to get Spurs or Man United in the next round. Either that or Villarreal, because it would be like sweet poetry if we end up playing Unai Emery, as in the incumbent manager plays the the previous manager. It'll be mad. And Villarreal are doing quite well this season as well, so we will then see who is the better manager. If we do get through, we've got to get past Olympiacos first. But anyway, back to Leicester. So, to be honest with you, I'm not really that bothered by this game. I think our Premier League season is over. As far as, you know, the loss to Manchester City pretty much nailed in the coffin. It's very likely that we probably won't be getting into the top 6. Not even to think of the top 4, unless we go on like an amazing run between now and the end of the season and win every single game. I don't necessarily believe that we will get anywhere near the top 6, let alone the top 4. So we are going to probably finish between 8th and 11th this season. And like I keep saying, that was always my whole thing with this season was, it's Arteta's first full season. He's a rookie manager. I'm going to write this season off. Like, whatever happens, happens. And I've just been going game by game. I've not been seeing this as like, oh yeah, this is, we you know, Unai Emery was a stumbling block. This is now where we start winning titles and getting back into the Champions League. Who knows? He might go on to win the Europa League. And then we are back in the Champions League. And he's basically done, he would have basically if that happens, he would have basically outdone Unai Emery in terms of, you know, getting us back into the Champions League within a season and a half would be mental. But we've got to get there first. But yeah, back to Leicester. So yeah, like I'm not too fussed about like if we lose this game. There's more for Leicester to lose than us. Put it that way. If we beat Leicester, it means it kind of derails their top 4 hopes a little bit. And we all remember what happened to Leicester last season. They were flying high, looking like bang on top 4 favourites, and then after Project Restart, they crumbled away. They bottled it and ended up in the Europa League places. I think they finished 6th last season, if I remember correctly, because Tottenham. Who could forget Tottenham celebrating finishing 5th when they spent years taking the piss out of us because we were celebrating being in the Champions League or finishing 4th. See Mourinho pumping his fists like that day at Chelsea, like the day where the famous thing of him shouting at the fans at Chelsea. But yeah. Yeah, like I say, I'm not necessarily too fussed of whether we will win this game. I mean, I'm reading now that like Maddison and Ayoze Perez and Fofana are all ruled out, which means that Maddison is definitely one that is one I'm happy to see is not going to be there, but they've still got, you know, Yuri Tielemans, they've still got Jamie Vardy, they've still got Harvey Barnes, like they're still going to be dangerous, you know. They've still got teams that can punish you. Yeah, so I don't necessarily believe that.
Well, it was the pace on the cross.
Yeah, that it's going to be an easy game. The good thing is, similar to like when Tottenham and Liverpool come round in the next couple of weeks, like we're playing them at good times. They've got injuries, and you know they're. I mean, in the case of Liverpool and Tottenham, they're not playing that well at the moment. Let's just look at the fixtures. Just look at the. Oh no, I need to look at the table, don't I? So Leicester's last game was a win against Aston Villa, which they won 2-1. And ours was obviously the loss to Manchester City. So they've come off 2 wins so far. They've come off the back of 2 wins in the last 2 fixtures. Obviously they had that big win against Liverpool, and as I say, they beat Aston Villa. So you know they're in a little bit of form at the moment. But I think with injuries to people like Fofana and Maddison, it kind of works in our favour. It's just, what, again, as always with these games, what Arsenal turns up. Yeah, so in our last 5 games, we've drawn 1, lost 3 and won 1, which isn't great. And I think that's a lot of the Arteta out brigades argument for why Arteta isn't good enough, because he's lost more games than he's won this season. But as I said, to me this season was always a write-off, you know. Yeah, so it's going to be tough. 12:30 kickoff after only travelling back from Greece probably yesterday. So they've had what probably would have had a day and a half training before the game. So again, it kind of doesn't work in our favour really. But that's another story. That's politics, which I'm not going to go into. Politics and money. Yeah, so I mean, personally, I think it's going to be a draw. I'd probably say score draw 1-1 or 2-2. I'm going to say the FIFA game that you're watching kind of begs to differ. It makes out as if we're going to go on top, and if you haven't seen it already, I scored an amazing solo goal with Kieran Tierney from the left-hand side. It was brilliant. So check that out. But yeah, I think it's going to be 1-1 or 2-2. I can't see Arsenal winning it, and I can't see Leicester winning it for some reason. Then again, every single time we play Leicester, they catch us on the counter-attack, and they get a Jamie Vardy goal just before the end of the game. So I could imagine something like that happening. Obviously, I want Arsenal to win, and I think we're capable of winning. But realistically, I still think the most likely result is probably going to be a draw, which means we're going to have Meltdown Central on social media. In terms of the lineup, I think, I mean, from what when I played like simulated the game on FIFA, the lineup I went with is pretty much probably Arteta's best 11, to be honest. I think maybe the only thing I decided to go for Smith Rowe in the number 10 position, but I feel like he might put Ødegaard there. So I think it's going to be Leno in goal, right back Bellerin, centre backs David Luiz and Gabriel, left back Tierney, right midfield will probably be Saka. Oh yeah, that was the other thing. Yeah, Pepe I put in at the left, which I think is probably his best bet. So I would go with Pepe, but I think he'll probably put Smith Rowe there, and then we'll probably have Ødegaard in the centre and Saka on the right, and then the two central midfielders behind will probably be Xhaka and Partey. And it will be such a breath of fresh air to see Partey back. Yeah, and then obviously Aubameyang will probably be up front over Lacazette, just because he scored 2 goals in midweek. Unless, you know, Arteta feels that he needs a rest and decides to put Lacazette in there, but I can't see that happening, to be honest, because even though he misfired in the first leg against Benfica and against Manchester City, he did score a hat-trick against Leeds, and he scored a brace on Thursday in the second leg against Benfica. So obviously Arteta's going to have to look at that and say, well, he's in the scoring form at the moment. He's the inform. By statistics, he is the informed striker. And also, I sort of agree with a lot of people in the sort of kind of Arsenal community that it looks like he doesn't have much faith in Lacazette. Which is weird, because only a few months ago Lacazette was scoring goals left, right and centre. But who knows? So yeah, as I say, I think it's going to be a draw, 1-1 or 2-2. But obviously, as always, I will be behind the team and I want the team to win. But I'm a realistic person. I can't always think with my fan head. I have to think like a football fan as well. So yeah, should be interesting. That's pretty much all I have to say. So I will speak to you again after the game on Sunday, game tomorrow on Sunday. Until then, have a good weekend. Try not to be too nervous about the game. And yeah, let's see what happens. Take care, everyone. Stay safe. This is Deep Eyes signing out.
Plenty to consider based on what we've seen so far as the second half begins. Can he play it in? Well, Arsenal have lost the ball here. Tielemans. And that's going to be the goalkeeper's ball. Thomas. Bukayo Saka. Arsenal have given it away. James Maddison. Not a particularly strong challenge. Can they get in behind them? Crisp tackling. Aubameyang. Pepe. And Aubameyang in the centre. Well, still an issue here. And thwarting his opponent in the nick of time. He's been admonished by the referee. He's now got to walk something of a tightrope.
Yeah, he knows exactly where he stands. Look at the referee, how he's told him off there. No yellow card, but certainly knows what the referee's thinking.
They will now make use of their substitutes bench. A goal! Calmly taken spot kick.
Well, as we see it again, I can tell you his nerves will have been jangling, but he kept his nerve. Really good penalty.
Slightly different vantage point in terms of the goal that was scored.
Well, he's got to be delighted with his players. A big smile on his face. They've got the noses in front. They're in the lead. Well done.
Well, as they kick off again, 2-1 the current state of affairs. And 30 minutes left for play in this match. And the ball's gone. Castagne. Couldn't keep it. Getting forward. It's got to be. And another one. 2 quick goals. Will it turn out to be the 2-punch knockout?
Well, as we can see, the keeper's done his best, but there's nothing he can do from there. He's not going to miss that one.
A chance to revisit the goal.
Well, there's nothing better for a manager when a plan comes together. Total satisfaction.
Well, it's a tale of 4 goals in this match now. 3-1 it is.
Well, look at the stats. Arsenal controlling possession here. And what that does, it just relaxes the team. If you've got the ball, you enjoy the ball. And they're turning it into goals as well.
Made it a bit too easy for his opponent. Well, it could be on for him here. And thumped away. Harvey Barnes. Maddison. Teammate available. And there is the goal! Wow, that changes the equation. And they have the momentum now. Well, the referee's watch delivered the message to him. A good goal. And thank goodness for technology, Lee.
Well, yeah, my watch says 8:20, but I'll believe his watch. And at first thought, I didn't think it was over the line, but there we can clearly see. Well, only just, though.
You can't really say defences are on top. 3-2. Nicolas Pepe. Xhaka with it. Thomas. Patient build-up at the moment. Granit Xhaka. Kieran Tierney. Looked as though they meant business, but now they've got to try again. Tielemans. Maddison with it. Maddison. Well, they did have the ball, but not anymore. Aubameyang. Nicolas Pepe. And now with Aubameyang on the offensive. Can he finish? And a big moment because the referee has pointed to the spot. Penalty coming up. A clear penalty and a yellow card to boot. Substitution time it is. And slots it home. Well, his heart might have been fluttering, but he didn't show it. A goal from the spot.
Well, here's the replay, Derek. He gets a little bit unlucky with the inside of the post, but you literally can't save those.
Well, the goal again, albeit from a different angle.
Well, they've been poor all day, Derek, and you sense there's going to be a rollicking in that dressing room after the game.
So the current scoreline, 4-2. Vardy. Just been a thoroughly cogent and convincing performance in this match, Lee.
Creating and scoring goals is the hardest thing to do on a football pitch, I can tell you. Arsenal have ticked all the boxes for me in that department. Lovely to watch. And look at all the players. They've all got smiles on their faces. We love to see that.
Substitution time it is here. And over comes the corner. Not to be this time. Martin Ødegaard. Nicolas Pepe. Tierney. Plenty of players waiting in the middle. Well, not cleared away completely. Danger averted for now. We have entered the final minute of normal time. Overcooked that one. Granit Xhaka. On to Pepe. Martin Ødegaard. Well, they've lost the ball. Now, do they mean business on this occasion? And Iheanacho has it. Teammates in the middle. And he clears the danger. So there it is, the final whistle, and a satisfying outcome for Arsenal and their many fans around the world, Lee.
Well, Derek, when the lead was extended to a 2-goal margin, you could almost hear the sigh of relief from their supporters, and the manager too.
Well, as we run the rule over this man's work, positive after positively.
Well, clearly the difference between the two sides today. 2 goals, a really good performance, ran into the channel, did everything right. Absolutely, 9 out of 10.
Can they take the lead? Catch it perfectly, and didn't he just? And in with a real chance. Oh, that was a terrific stop in a 1-versus-1 situation.
Well, high fives all round for the goalkeeper. Absolutely fantastic.
And over comes the corner. It was well stopped.
Well, the positioning is everything for a goalkeeper, and he was in a good position then.
Vardy. No shortage of excitement. Level again. No wonder they're excited. A goal! Calmly taken spot kick. Getting forward. It's got to be. And another one! 2 quick goals! Will it turn out to be the 2-punch knockout? Maddison. And there is the goal! Well, that changes the equation, and they have the momentum now. On the offensive. A clear penalty and a yellow card to boot. And slotted home. Well, his heart might have been fluttering, but he didn't show it. A goal from the spot.